Hey guys, so I'm gonna see something if it works. It's a very quick intro to okay, here we go. This video inspired the person that inspired me to do this video was the King of Random and my dogs. Yeah, frick. I just put my dog in his great be back. Yeah, let me get a treat. In. Good boy. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna put my iPad. If I do, I'm screwed. I don't know about the ingredients. And I left my phone inside, so I need to get it. And oh god. I need to do my password. There we go. I hate this. I have a long password. Thank you. So
this video was sponsored by Casper.com, the company that made my mattress, the one that my wife and I have been using for the last 2.5 years. I've put a link down in the description so you can get one of these super comfortable mattresses for yourself.
yes, he's sponsoring the brand. Sponsored.
Super clean. Kind of has that plastic.
Okay. Look at a shovel. Here's a shovel. Oh yeah. So it's been raining. Oh god. The grass is gonna be wet. Wet. Oh, I found clay. I don't even need to make clay. I found it in my backyard. There it is. Oh, I found a freaking another shovel. Yay! Stuff in this. So I need to get this thing out. So I need to get the dirt out of this. Pretty clean. Okay. Oh, there. Oh god. Sammy's bad to dig in. Oh, I just saw a bad fly at me in the camera. Not too much. Too much. This will be good. Made a big hole. Okay. Now he says, I just turn on my phone. That's quick.
Together into one big clump. If you find something like that, you're well on your way to making clay. So here we are, guys. We've got a nice little amount of dirt here, and the first thing we notice about it is it's not very clean. There's all kinds of rocks, there's sand, there's little sticks and twigs. It's very, very dirty. And even though you can squish squish it and turn it into different shapes, it's not super clean. You can
That's
see all the
all.
organics and those large chunks of rock sticking through. So to actually extract the clay out of this dirty mixture, we're going to need to put it through a very, very simple process. And the only things we're going to need to make that happen are a couple of different containers
found
and
a
a
rock.
little bit of water.
I found a wall. Okay. No, I need to clean this out of water. So let's stop. Oh, I saw pooping. My dog's out here pooping. Hopefully there's no spiders. I hate getting away from that cupboard. That should be good. Someone's just chat. Better go back. Ew, 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 ew. This is hurting my hand. Ow. Ow. Are we using this?
So quick update, guys. You can see that I just added a little bit of water to this mixture, and I used my glove just to reach down there and stir it around. What we're actually doing is we're breaking up all the different pieces in the dirt itself. We've got rocks, we've got sand, we've got clay, we've got organic materials. What happens is as we mix it with water, they separate into their different layers. Now over time, the clay and sand all settles to the bottom. So what we want to do is stir this vigorously. We'll get everything suspended, and then give it about 5 seconds to settle, and then transfer all the liquid into a separate container. Watch what happens when we do.
I can't. I can't put it in a separate container. Hey, my bad.
Sweet. Now if we stop pouring right here, you can see most of the heavy stuff is left behind. If we look down the bucket, you can see gravel, rocks, everything that's heavy. You can even see a bit of sand left here on the bottom of the bucket. Essentially, this stuff, but we can throw it away because we're not going to need these big rocks.
Yeah,
what we're after now is all the stuff that's contained in this liquid here. Now the second pass is going to be a little bit different. We're going to need something like a strainer. You could use your shirt, you could use your socks, or in this case, I'm just going to use a strainer.
You're going too fast. There's a big rock. I shouldn't be doing this on the concrete. No! The big rocky went in my pink bottle. The rock's tipping everything out. Okay, and the rock went in. That's mud. No. No. Off my, friend died. Stinks out here. Is it because of the concrete or is it the dog?
For convenience. We're going to go ahead and clean out this container, then we're going to pour all this liquid through the strainer back into it, and hopefully that'll remove most of the organic material.
Cleaning this out, be back. Get out! Back to the water! The water was warm. Put this strainer here.
Very cool. So I've washed and cleaned out this white bucket. We got our little strainer here. As I said, you can use your shirt or any kind of cloth material. I'm just trying to strain out those organics. But remember that before we pour this solution through the strainer, it's very important to stir it up and agitate it so all those clay particles
Yeah, we're stirring it up.
once again.
Ew. Then putting it in.
So you can see once we strain everything out, we've got quite a bit of organic material left behind. We've got sticks, leaves, twigs, anything that was floating to the surface. And if you want to be extra cautious, you can go ahead and clean out your strainer and filter it one more time to catch anything you might have missed.
Guess that. Oh, yeah, that. God, I did this like freaking 1,500 times. No! I'm not doing this 1,500 times. No. My feet are wet. Ew, ew, I'm not touching that ever again. Hands are messy. No, I'm not. Smells.
It's starting to look a little like chocolate milk. What's interesting about this is every time we pour it back and forth, you notice there's some kind of a sandy residue left behind.
No,
That's
I'm
because
not
the sand is
putting
actually
it
heavier
back.
than the clay that
Back.
sinks down the bottom as we're pouring it. So theoretically, now if we take 2 containers and we simply transfer it back and forth and clean the sand out every time, eventually most of that sand is going to be reduced. We're going to have a very fine clay. So here we are, guys. What we've got now is a bucket full of clay water, essentially, that has a little bit of sand. We have used gravity and density of the materials inside to filter out the rocks. We've used a strainer to filter off most of the organic materials, and so now we just have a solution of clay suspended in water. And the longer we let this sit, the more of that sand and clay will drop down to the bottom. Now, we don't want the clay to actually settle down yet. We want to extract that first. So all I'm going to do now is use these 2 containers to cycle them back and forth and extract the layers of sand each time we do. And while they're doing that, it's a good time to drop down to the description and click the link to check out Casper mattresses. My wife and I have been using our Casper mattress for over 2.5 years now, and to date, it is still the most comfortable mattress
I don't
we've
care
ever
about
used.
mattresses.
So here's the deal. While dirt, rocks, and clay are pretty cool to play with, they're not super comfortable to sleep on. And if you do some quick math, you'll realize about 1/3 of your life is spent in bed sleeping. Some people even more than that. So treat your body right and get your sleep in comfort. It's a very worthy investment. Casper is here to help making beautiful and comfortable mattresses even more affordable for you. And when you click the link in the description and use the promo code TheKingOfRandom, you'll get another $50 off. And if you still need a little bit more convincing, check this out. Buying a Casper mattress is completely risk-free. You literally buy the mattress online, they deliver it to your house, you get to try it for 100 days to see if it's worth your money. And if you don't end up liking it, they'll send someone to come pick it up, and they'll refund all your money just like that.
Is 100
Of course,
days a
chances
month?
are you're going to love it, and if you live in the US or Canada, they'll ship it to your house
I know.
for free. It shows up at your door in a very small box that'll make you wonder how they even got it in there. I just stripped all the sheets off the bed, so you can see after 2.5 years, this is still the mattress that
He's
we're
still
using.
doing
It
it.
is a really comfortable mattress. It's very enjoyable to sleep on. It's firm,
He's
but
still
soft enough to get a
talking
good
about
sleep. And for some
mattresses.
reason, whenever I sleep at somebody else's house or go to a hotel, I seem to get backaches and a little bit of a headache. That never happens with my Casper mattress. I also like to sleep a bit cooler at night. I don't like to sleep in a sweat, and this mattress is breathable, which helps prevent that from happening. Casper understands the importance of really loving your mattress before you fully commit to it. And by using the internet, they cut out the expense of retailers and pass the savings on to you. Their in-house team of engineers has spent thousands of hours developing the Casper to the point where it's considered obsessively engineered. And that's paid off because after over 25,000 reviews, it's got a rating of 4.9 stars and is quickly becoming the internet's favorite mattress. Casper is designed, developed, and assembled in the USA and uses a combination of supportive memory foams that give it just the right sink and just the right bounce. Plus, it's breathable and helps regulate your temperature throughout the night. So, in summary, you get a luxury mattress at an extremely fair price delivered right to your door so you can sleep on it for 100 nights and make sure you absolutely love it. And if you don't, they'll come pick it up and give you all your money back. So treat your body right and invest in a Casper mattress today. You've got nothing to lose and a lifetime of better sleeps to gain. The link is in the description. And with that said, let's get back to making our clay. So there we now, guys, I poured this back and forth about 4 times, taking out a little bit of fine sand each time we
Yeah, I did that freaking
process almost
sand all the
indefinitely.
time.
We're just at this point getting out some of that really fine silt. But right here we have relatively clear, relatively fine clay water, and the only thing we really need to do with this now is set it down on a counter where it won't be disturbed for about an hour to give the layers a chance to separate. Just for fun, we had some leftover water, so I transferred that into another container. I'm just going to set these down right here so we can watch them over a period of time and see how
Ow!
they settle.
Slapped. And ow! Ready yet?
Quick update, guys.
No.
We've let this sit for about 5 hours now. You can see the clay is so fine that it's actually taken quite a bit of time
Hello?
for the water to rise up even to this level. Now, if we let this sit for maybe a day or so, I'm sure that clay would
Yeah, I'm not waiting an hour,
have more water on top. However, there's a quicker way to extract the water than that. Now, the first thing we need to do is get this water that we have on top off of the top. And there's a few ways we can do that. We can simply tip it over and pour it out, or we can use something like a siphon to try and suck it out. Now, either option is going to have its pros and its cons, but ultimately, all we want to do is make sure we get this clay here without any of this stuff here. So first things first, I'm just going to take this tall glass here. We're going to just tip this over very slowly, very
So I'm not waiting an hour and I've just added it.
fibers. In this case, I'm going to take this towel and I'm going to double it over on its.
Be back, I'll give him a messy towel. Actually, no, I'm not getting that towel. Ow! It cracked my bone. Ah, it's all I could find. Someone lost his dirty. Yeah, it's dirty.
Itself. We almost want to make a piece of fabric that the clay will not go through. We want all of it to stay inside if possible.
So you wanna push this way? So we double laid Ah, this wrong side. Oh, good. Good, Hummer. It fits.
So we've got a little makeshift filter here. We're going to pour these in. Hopefully it's tight enough that it'll hold the clay inside. Then we can tie it up into a little ball. We can hang it up and let the atmosphere suck the moisture out of it for a few hours. And we're just left with the clay itself. And you can see this towel wants to suck down.
Done.
I want it to. And hopefully this is thick enough that it's not actually going to go through the towel itself. We want to be able to pick this up and see very little, if
It went
anything,
through.
coming through the bottom of the bucket. We want it to all stay inside. So that's looking pretty good so far. Might even want to clamp that down. Obviously in the wild, in nature, you wouldn't have clamps, but you can improvise with something else. We just don't want the towel to actually suck down into the bucket. Here we go with round 2. Starting to get heavy now.
Ah,
Beautiful.
the towel's messy,
There we go.
but
There's all our clay in our towel, and we're just going to fold this up.
got to
tie
fold
it
it
off.
another time.
Now, if everything
Sea
goes well,
lion.
we want to take all the edges of this towel, fold them all together, and make a nice little ball of liquid. Oh, that just fell in.
Doing good.
It's okay, we can save it.
I don't care.
There we go. It's looking very good. Very good.
Is that better? Is this half folded?
All right, so we got our slip knot set. Now all we have to do is shake it, shake
Do I
it,
have to-
shake it,
I don't
shake it.
know.
Doesn't have to be clean, just has to be functional. There, what do you think? All right. So this is pretty much what we're going for, guys. We got our clay wrapped up inside the towel, and you can see some moisture dripping off, but a lot of that is relatively clean water. It doesn't have the clay in it because the clay is being trapped by the fibers on the inside of the cloth. Now, if we just let this hang out for a couple of hours, most of that moisture is going to come out, and we should be left with a nice ball of clay.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Find that out, but
Alright guys, we are back. It's been about an hour now since we took our bag outside and let it hang off of the railing. Now in the interest of time, I actually did squeeze the bag a little bit to help
So I'm just using a
encourage a
dirty
little bit of that
towel.
moisture to come out a little bit quicker. In doing so, I sacrificed a little bit of the clay itself.
Is
But I
that
don't think that's
okay?
going to jeopardize the proof of concept. So here we are with our towel, with most of the water
my
squeezed
towel's-
out of it. If we open this up now and take a look inside,
It's
you can see a lot of the clay on the upper edges has started to harden up and is very plastic. The stuff on the inside though is still really liquidy. It's kind of like runny diarrhea. And if we left this out exposed to the air, eventually that moisture would evaporate and the clay would become hard. However, there is a way we can speed things up. There's a way we can cheat, and all we need is a little bit of paper towel. All we're gonna do is rip off a few sheets of paper towel, fold it in half, and we're gonna stick it down on the table like this. Then we're gonna scoop up our
Easy,
clay,
grabbing
put it
it.
down in the center of our paper towel, and we're basically just gonna flatten it out. The paper towel is gonna absorb a lot of the moisture out of the clay, and as soon as it reaches the consistency we're looking for, we can peel off the paper towel and wrap our clay in saran wrap or a plastic bag for later use. Now again, if you don't have a paper towel, all you have to do is just let this sit out in the open air a little bit longer and let it evaporate on its own. But we're just using this technique to speed the process up a bit. Now I'm just going to take a couple more sheets of paper towel, lay them over top, and help flatten it out from the top side to help absorb the moisture a little bit quicker from up here as well. And now, as easy as that,